Well, hey. Good morning. It's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk from the left side of the Atlantic and my coffee. And this guy.
And it's Pilgrim. It's Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with his Guido mug, which you can buy for Christmas, half price, only at Christmas time. Okay? It's the Miserable Monday mug. You can get one half price over Christmas. Buy now. There you go. There it is.
As noted in
Multicolours.
as noted in previous episodes, you can build various things with it to include
You
homes
can.
to include
Walls,
homesteads.
houses, yeah, homesteads, small children's play area.
Given enough of them, you could build a jetty if you're near the water.
Yeah, be good. And fish off them. Catch old trout. Well, that'd be cool, wouldn't
I
it?
don't know if they float,
Well, no, they don't need to, do they? Because the building blocks for the wooden stage.
but they've got a cavity. So if I put enough of them together, do you
Yeah,
believe they'd actually would they
upside down.
float?
Yeah,
Would they? Could you build a boat out of it?
yeah, yeah. If you glued them up all together upside down, they would float.
Glue
Absolutely.
seems like the best
Glue.
binder. Yeah, glue
Yeah,
Elmer's or something.
glue.
Glue.
Yeah,
Good.
paper glue. That's normally quite good.
Well, welcome back to Coffee Talk, guys. We are back. We decided to start with the first tangent there. We did not have Coffee Talk last week, but here we are. We have Coffee
Yeah.
Talk this week, and I think we should be good through the holidays and what. I haven't even looked at the calendar, Pilgrim. What is it looking like? Are we gonna? Is there going to be a Christmas Coffee Talk? No, we're not doing that. But 28th, 5th, close. It'll be the day after Christmas.
Yeah, well, won't it? It'll be Boxing Day, won't it? We call it
Oh,
Boxing
that'll
Day.
be
Don't
yeah.
know what
That's
you
a
guys
holiday
call
for
it.
you, so that we won't. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're going to be boxing people.
Yes, exactly. That's what we do on Boxing Day. We go out
You're
and
going
box neighbours.
to be in the middle of a fight. Is that
Exactly. You'll see me with big red gloves on. Doing
okay?
this. Come on, man.
Well, let me know if you're available on that day because I know you got
Yeah,
family.
no, that'll be cool. No, Boxing Day is fine. We're having the family here Christmas Day
Yeah,
as a difference. Normally we have them here on Boxing Day, but we've swapped it around and we're having Christmas here.
and
So I can
so
do the grandfather thing and just fall asleep in the armchair.
is that the day you build the ring so that you're ready for
That's
Boxing
the
Day
one.
on
That's
the
the
next?
one. Yes, we get it outside and then we invite all the neighbours round and we box
Okay,
on the Sunday.
I think that's maybe my favorite holiday visual. Thinking about a bunch of elderly British people just
Boxing each other.
having at it.
Yeah, and they are elderly round here as well. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
going to be the youngest one.
yeah.
So yeah, let's do this. I'm a winner already. You know what I mean? Winner of the
Hey,
chicken dinner.
welcome everybody. We got Stickler Randall. Clearly, Pilgrim's in the house. Wayne is here, number one Sunday Fun Day. Bonzi, how are you? Anyone I miss here? Bitwise is in the house. Odd Dog is here. Sparky and Doctor Who. I think I covered everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. I apologize. Well, welcome to Coffee Talk. Let's see. Had a good time down in Gainesville last weekend. Went and saw a game, the score of which was 70. This was not a basketball game. Hey, Gator. 70 to, I believe, 54, I want to say, or 52.
Wow.
10
Wow,
touchdowns.
really?
Yeah, 10 touchdowns by the Gators. Yeah. And then yesterday they proceeded to go up to Mizzou and lose. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, normal form then.
Yeah, and what's funny, it's a bowl bid is kind of on the line for them. Not that that's a big deal anymore. It's really about the championship bowls now. But there's a bunch of other bowls. Generally have to have 6 wins, so they got to win their next game. But they're playing a rival, which they're probably not as good as, to be quite honest, or they're at least even. So a little rough for the
Yeah.
Gators. A little rough for the Gators.
I think if it's like, we have a similar sort of thing over here where we've got teams that can do incredibly well in a given situation, but then the very next week they're almost mediocre. They're almost like, yeah, well, we've had our day, so we'll
Well,
just
that's
go back to
them. They're
what we do.
schizophrenic this year. It's a lot of ups and downs. So.
Yeah,
You just wait till next year. It'll be great. But it was
yeah.
good. Visited
Coach
the daughter. She actually came home yesterday for Thanksgiving, so we got a nice little Thanksgiving
Brilliant.
week of hanging out with the whole fam. So
Brilliant.
definitely looking forward to that. Speaking of guys, obviously Thanksgiving is coming up. I hope you guys are all set and have good plans and turkeys and all that good stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Edges in the house, by the way, and Stickler wants to know about the stripes on Orange's helmet.
Why does RNG have stripes on the helmet?
Well, the reason why Orangey has stripes on the helmet is because when you're playing, if you do something wrong, RNG will give you a stripe. There you go.
Is that a recent mod? It is, right?
It is a recent mod, yes.
Yeah,
I
because
decided, yeah, I got it uprated.
I like that, man. That's cool.
It's all right, isn't it? Well,
Yeah,
it's a little bit of pilot flair, shall we
it
call it? You
is. It
pilots like
is.
have
It
a bit
is.
of flair, don't you?
I have two of my old helmets, and I've been meaning. There's several people, one in particular that I know of, that paints the helmets and puts whatever you want to put on the helmet. You know, I need to. I
Yeah,
keep meaning to look into that because I'd like to get one of them painted, leave one of them stock, and then have
that'd be
them
cool,
paint the
wouldn't
other
it?
one. Yeah,
Be cool. Because they do it with motorbike helmets over here.
yeah,
They've got people who do that. You know what I mean? You can
yep,
have a whatever, you like death's head or whatever on
yeah,
your helmet. You know what I mean? If you want.
yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Koblenhov's Wayne. That's right. Wayne has sent us two big games lately.
Yeah, he has,
Yeah,
hasn't
man.
he? He's
Yeah,
got
those
nothing
are
better to
awesome.
do all day, has he?
None
You
of
know what
us,
I
none of
mean?
us do. Obviously,
Not
it's pretty
really.
obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
Hey, hey, let's get up at 7 in the morning, talk about World of Tanks, and make fun of people who talk and play World of Tanks too much.
yeah, why not? Yeah, because like it's not us, is it?
Freaking nerds! Just stupid. What a bunch of nerds.
Who on earth gets out of bed at this time in the morning to do coffee talk about a tank game for crying out
I
loud?
mean, can you be a bigger loser than that if you think about it? No way.
No, no,
Bunch
no.
of dorks. Anyway, let's talk about us cool kids. Hmm.
hmm Well, even Blues has got 6 in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah. He's like,
wow.
that's King Nerd right
Crikey.
there, my friend. King Nerd
Oh yeah,
Blues. All
King
right.
Nerd.
I accept that with pride. Channel News, 100 Battle Challenge. I finished the 60 TP and the Pudel.
Excellent.
I did pretty well in the Pudel. I got 60 something percent.
You see, now I would if you'd said that to me about the 60 TP, I would have gone, yeah. I can't. I don't know how you play that Poodle to that level. Is it
I,
that good?
for me, it is, I guess. I mean,
Right.
I guess I can't tell you it's the greatest tier 6 ever. I think the 3045 is probably better, but
Absolutely.
it's got a lot going for it, man. The armor actually works at tier 6. Now, if it sees 8s and 7s, they shred you.
Yeah.
But the armor is pretty spectacular if you're looking at 5s.
Oh,
And
okay.
in one
Right.
of my last games, I had I think a 3,000 damage game, but I was top tier in a 3 tier battle, so there were some poor 4s in there.
3,000 damage in a tier 6.
Yeah, it was amazing, and just absolutely shellacking poor tier 4s, ramming into them. That's the other thing it's got. It's nice and heavy for its tier. It's basically a heavy at tier 6, especially if
Right.
it's looking at
You
lower
want,
tiers.
yeah.
It's essentially a heavy. That's
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Slightly stickler, I think, but not enough to matter. I I looked at it once. I want to say that it has slightly different gun stats or something, but I could be wrong. Or maybe it's armor.
I think we went through it, didn't we? I think it's something. Also, it's something to do with engine power. There's a slight difference in engine power, isn't there? I think it was
Yeah,
that.
that might be it too. It's very small. They basically play the same.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I've been having a lot of fun with is that CS63.
I know. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get it, to be honest. And then I'll be absolutely crap at it. But yeah, but I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, I think Bitwise has it. I think it is the side armor, maybe. Yep.
Right.
It is the same as the VK. It's a different shape though, slightly. Or the models
Right.
are or the models aren't quite the same, which is possible too. The numbers could be the same. The CS63 is a tank that I did all the reviews on it, and I got the CS63. I don't think I did a review on it. I generally don't do it on the 10s. On occasion, I do. And I get the 10. I played it a couple times and I put it down because
Yeah.
I'm on to other things. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm doing the 100 Battle Challenge, I'm starting to dig into some of the 10s. So the 60 TP went well. That was 62% or whatever I ended up with on that 63. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And then this thing, as I said in the video that I did, I've kind of made a speed combat combo ram build. So I've got the turbo on it. I did not put hardening. I think I might for the last, because I'm at 77 battles or something, I might for the last 10 battles or so put hardening on it and maybe even spall liner.
Right.
And
Okay.
just go stupid ram, just whatever, just try to ram stuff. But even so, with turbo and controlled impact and the natural speed it has, and it's fairly heavy anyway, it's a monster in the ram.
Wow.
It's just fun, man. It's fun.
See,
Go ahead.
when I come across it, it really, really, it's one of those tanks where I almost feel like I've lost against it before it starts. You know, the many times I've come across and I'm like, and it really does outplay the tank itself, and the player obviously outplays me. But it doesn't matter what tank I'm in, I can't seem to do anything with it. I know for a fact when I get there, I'm currently at the tier 8, so I've still got a little way to go. But I know for a fact when I get there, that I'll never be able to play it like it should be played.
Well, that's the thing. The skill ceiling
You know what I mean?
is super high, and I don't remember if it was Cody or True Voodoo, Cody Menz or True Voodoo. One of those two guys, when it first came out, loved it, and I couldn't figure out why, because I played it a little bit. I don't know, what are you supposed to do with this gimmicky fast speed? So, but now that I've come back to it, and I'm like, all right, well, how are we going to do this? So what it can do is it can get to scout positions
Right.
and hold them better because it's a medium.
Yeah.
So it absolutely bullies scouts. Now, I'm not talking about bushes for passive scouting or ridge running, although it does that okay because it's so fast. I'm talking about those kind of forward positions where a scout could usually go take a look, maybe get a free shot and run away.
Right.
You know, because the mediums are going to show up there and get into the brawl. You can get that thing can get there first, maul the light tank, and then when his buddies show up, he's already established control. I'll give you one example of that is the ditch on Kharkov.
That one. Kharkov Dorf. Himmel's Kharkov.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the one that's got the ditch, and then there's the little
you've got
factory,
sort of
and then the
factory
train track.
one side and then
Yeah.
Another one.
So that's just one example, but it can get into the ditch. The hill on the one with all the mining crap around. It can the hill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the hill on mines. Just
Yeah.
think of those places that people try to get to first, and they're that, but it's almost always there first. And if anything that can get there at the same time, it can is a light.
Yeah.
Tundra, that's it, Stickler. Thank you.
Tundra and Studzianski.
Studzianski. Thank you,
Yeah.
Gator. 100%.
That
Those
one.
are the two. So, and God forbid the light isn't paying close attention, or you surprise him and you're able to ram him.
Yeah.
I can't tell how many lights I've obliterated in a ram and a shot.
You've got to really feel sorry for the guy in the light tank, and he sees you piling over the top of a hill, thinking, "What's he doing? Oh no, he's going to ram me!"
I had a game yesterday on Studzianski. Got into the ditch, wiped out. Like I got in, 3 of them tried to pile on me. The other 3 or 4 of ours jumped on them, and we wiped them out. We hung out in the ditch, and you know, a lot of times you win that ditch, and people keep pushing, and the other team falls back, and they shred them because they're back in those bushes, and it's. So what you got to do is you got to win the ditch. If you can kill a few more who might be hanging out in the buildings, go ahead and do so. But if they all pull back, don't push anymore.
No, that's like pushing a flank, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so we killed like 4 or 5 tanks, and they were actually doing okay in the factory. They killed 1 or 2 over there. And I was thinking, all right, what do we do? And I looked up north, and that little hill up there, we had a medium and a light against a medium and a light, and our guys were starting to get beat up. So from the complete, I think it's the south part of the map, I went into fast mode, came back up out of the ditch, around behind, just came flying over that hill. Our light was our light only had like 15 hit points, and they had a T-62 on almost full hit points. I just came flying off the other side of the hill, rammed him, shot him twice, and completely broke that other flank by showing up from all the way in the south, all the way around. You know.
Well, there you go. That's the speed thing that it's got. Then you can flex, metaflex. You can get across where the trouble is and have an impact.
Now, on the flip side, also, what else would you say you could also accomplish with that tank?
Well, you could probably die very quickly.
Yes, facts.
Yeah. You could probably go straight into a position and get surrounded by everybody, and you're just overextended horribly.
Yep, that's a fact. I can tell you from personal experience.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've had plenty of those. And when I first started doing it, I was sort of in the mode of just YOLO testing. How far can I get? Where are some weird places I can get? I didn't really find anything new.
Right.
Most of the places that were cool you could get to were still way overexposed. On a couple games, I surprised people and had a good game anyway. But generally, you're at tier 10, and if you go to some of these places that seem like a cool, I'm going to disrupt kind of thing, you end up deaded anyway because they're just good players take you out. But if you're careful about your hyper aggressiveness, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had tier 10 for me is either and you'll know this, it's either a very good game, a really enjoyable, or I get to a position which is fairly aggressive, and then the hit indicators come from all. It's like a windmill all the way around me. Bam,
Yeah,
bam, bam,
yeah,
bam,
yeah.
bam, like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, back to the garage.
Absolutely. So that's long-winded, but I really enjoyed it. Next stream, Monday stack up for sure. And then I don't know. It's like I said, it's a holiday weekend. I don't know what my work schedule is. I'm hoping it's light. I'm off Thursday and Friday, guys. No, I'm probably not going to stream Thursday. I'm the turkey guy, and it takes all day to do it. We have a 24-pound turkey.
Wow. What are you feeding? Have you got like 20 people coming round?
We do. We have about that many, and a bunch of them are kids.
Wow.
Because we got
Wow.
the college
well, yeah,
kids
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Still, though, we usually do a 12 to 14, and that's a 5 or 6 hour affair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up. It's got to be 10 hours.
Have you ever tried to barbecue your turkey whole?
Deep fry or barbecue?
No, barbecue.
Barbecue.
I tell you what, if you don't, I mean, obviously you don't need to do it this year because you've already planned, but do it one day. I did the Christmas turkey because we have turkey for Christmas. I wrapped it in tinfoil with lots of spices and all the good stuff that you put in there, a few lemons and that. All wrapped it up. Put it in. I've got a kettler, or I used to have a kettler. I've got a different one now. Put it in the kettler, stuck it on, and left it to cook for about 8 hours. Just kept feeding the charcoal in, or whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that was first thing in the morning. Then in mid-afternoon, late afternoon, took it out, peeled the tinfoil open, and the flesh just fell off the bones, and it was absolutely gorgeous because it just cooked within its own juices for a long time, like a slow roast. You know what I mean? Really, really.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to worry about it. It was there, it was cooking. I just had to keep feeding the barbecue. That was it.
I guess it is.
That.
Is it only 5 hours? I was thinking maybe I only do the 12, 14 pounders for 3 or 4 hours. Huh. Smoke. I don't have a smoker or the skills for that. I mean, it's really not that difficult, but it's not something I've really looked at.
It's a long haul though, smoking, isn't it? You've got to start the day before.
Yeah.
Blues probably
we don't stuff. I don't stuff mine per se, but I do put veg. I put onions and celery.
Yeah.
And garlic in the cavity.
Yeah.
But I don't stuff it with the stuffing stuff. We make our dressing.
I have it separate, same as you. I do the stuffing separate because I like the stuffing to have a crispy coating. I don't like it squishy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, we do the same thing. Put it in the oven.
It's got a crunch. It's got a crunch on it.
But Friday, maybe, guys. I kind of have a nascent plan to stream on Black Friday. It'll come up in a minute, but for any of you guys who are streaming, I'll have the link in just a second. But Wargaming is offering drops for anyone who wants to stream on Thursday or Friday, but you have to sign up by today. And it's on the NA forums. I might as well do it now. We just brought it up, so why not? Let me get this link for you guys.
Wayne, it is the #1 food discussion network channel at this time of the morning.
Go to that site. It's a Google Doc of some kind, Google sign up or whatever. Put your channel name and your email that's attached to your channel. It tells you what to put in. If you can read, you can do it.
Well, I'm buggered then.
Yeah. Well, get your significant other to read it for you.
Yes, I will. I'll get my neighbour that I'm going to box on Boxing Day to come and read it for me.
You lost some of that mental acuity from the boxing last year.
Yes. You sort of go into a permanent stupor if you box every Boxing Day, and I've been boxing every Boxing Day for nearly 60 years now.
What's your record?
My record is 60 fights, 60 losses. Because I tend to run away. Far better to run away than actually stand there getting hit. You know what I mean?
Actually, yeah, those are great videos, man. You get these big, martial arts guys. Like, all right, I'm gonna tell you how to win a fight. All right, yeah. and then the guy square up and he just books.
Yeah.
And he comes back. He's like, Why are you gonna stand around and punch each other, man? The first thing you do in a fight is get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, that's a good plan if you
Yeah,
can
it
do
is a
it.
good plan.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
It's
The
a good plan.
neighbors.
Come back with a shotgun, then you'll win.
All right. All right. Let's not incite any violence on the channel.
No, not at all. No, let's stop that now. But yeah, 60 losses.
So that's what I'm going to do with that. That's all I got to say about that. Christmas giveaways, folks. We will be doing that. 1212 Gaming will be doing some Christmas giveaways as we have in the past since we find out what's going on with all that. I do have $100 donated from one of you fantastic people that I will be passing on to the community. So we at least have that, plus what 1212 Gaming /me is going to do, and Pilgrim is going to have some gold giveaways during that time as well. So as we find out what's going on with Christmas, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We gave a lot of stuff away last year.
Just on my side, Guido, what I'm just so the guys know, I'm not going to run a competition now until the Christmas period, but there will be a 5,000 gold pot to win from Pilgrim. You can't enter, Guido, unfortunately.
Henry VIII, Plymouth Rock, Las Vegas.
No, you can't do that, Wayne.
Preloading.
Close.
Wayne said Amazon Prime free loot today. Are you talking about the Twitch stuff? So get your Twitch loot, folks. I did not know that. I missed that one.
Wow.
Is that true? It's got to be true. Wayne said it.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Well, at least if you're like new to SaaS.
No. The person is talking. Got to mute that person. Where is it? Come on, baby.
Harry said he grabbed it last night before he went to bed.
Really?
Yeah, you get a decal.
A decal?
A decal, said Wayne.
I'm trying to find it. I don't see the World of Tank. Ah, there it is. So it is Prime Game Loot. Claim. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Where's my fresh look? Some revives, high voltage, creeping it real. Oh, it's got to go the other way now. Oh, I don't have it. Why do I not have it? Am I not logged in? What's going on here? I see G.I. Joe Rock Out Charm Collection. That was earlier. Huh. I do not have it for some reason. I've got Creeping It Real, which was Halloween. Don't know. All right, well, check it out. Hopefully you guys see it. I did not see it.
You've got first time chat from Fetcher Peter.
What chair do I have? The chair I'm sitting in? This is just one each Office Max office chair. I don't have a fancy.
There's a brazen.
There you go. He's got a fancy gaming chair. I just have.
Oh, the fancy gaming
some,
chair, yeah.
I just have some leather executive chair that my wife gave me.
But you're an executive, so why not, hey?
Fetcher Peter, welcome. Marbrecker Rental. There's a new warships claim. So are you guys 5,000 gold given one doubloon at a time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Pilgronomics.
Howie, are you sure you did not get last month's one? I don't know. I didn't see it, so I'm not sure. Check it out though. You might have something awaiting you. Let's see. You may have heard the song at the beginning. More to come on that. We will do an unveiling. This is a project Pilgrim worked on and sent me that, and it's pretty damn funny. So we'll be getting to that later. There'll be a world. What is it? Premiere. World premiere.
Yeah. However, I didn't do any singing, so don't get turned off, guys. I didn't do any singing. I didn't have 100 Iraqis surrender to me because of my singing. Okay. I want to state that right now.
Yeah, the subject is lame. The lyrics are good. The singing is fantastic.
Cool.
How about that?
Well, yeah, if you want to put it that way, I think the subject is fascinating. Let's call it fascinating, or let's call it interesting.
The part that you're in is fascinating, right?
That's fascinating, and yeah, exactly. The bit you're in is interesting.
That barely. All right, awesome. Missions and specials. Let's get to it. Shall we shill?
We need to shill.
Yeah,
Have you got your light?
I do.
Is it working?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh, it was a delayed reaction, but it worked.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It just sort of.
Yeah. Sort of decided to work.
Oh, there we go. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Blue light special.
Oh, we didn't think about a rap.
Oh, we could have done a rap. Yeah,
No,
that would have been funny,
that
wouldn't
would
it?
have been something right there. That would have been something nobody
We
needed.
went old school. We went old school. So
That would have
there
been
you go.
something no one needed. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stand by while I, as usual, forget that I don't have the Chrome thing set up correctly yet.
Jay-Z Pilgrim. Yeah, you hit the nail right in the head there, Wayne. I'm not sure which nail you hit, but you hit it on the head.
All right, let's chill, my friends. Let's see what's for sale. I guess technically Black Friday started. That's what they're claiming. At least that's what Commander AF said. It happens to be apparently the Barask and the Renegade. These are technically Black Friday sales. I don't know. The whole Black Friday thing is so. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's grown into a week, a month, 7 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
Everybody wants in on it.
The thing for me, Black Friday in the US used to be, Black Friday in the US used to be, your $1,000 TV screen you get for $10. Now, I don't know if it's the same in the US. In the UK, it's a $1,000 TV you get for $999. Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Get on with it. Get out.
I bought a TV about 3 years ago, Samsung, and it wasn't a super expensive one. It's nice and big for the room out there for football and good stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the cheapest one, but it certainly wasn't the real nice one. It doesn't have any controls on it other than one power button. It's all via the remote.
Oh, no.
And it's a smart TV, which is basically a computer.
Yeah.
The other day I turn it on and all of a sudden I can't move the little thing. I can't move along for the apps. Well, the menu is basically another app selection or, a section you have to get to via the remote. So turn it on, turn it off, Google foo. Yeah. Come to find out I need to factory reset it. Obviously the computer part of it crapped the bed. And it wasn't the remote. I changed the batteries, the whole remote thing. The remote worked on because it actually worked on another Sony DVD player I had, and I could move everything with it. So it's not the remote. So I do all that, troubleshooting to find out that more than likely I have to factory reset. The problem is that I couldn't get to the stupid settings.
No.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah.
So I look at it and all right, how do I factory reset without the remote? And it says hold the power button on the TV and take the volume button and push it up and hold it or whatever it was. And I'm like, there's no volume. Right. There's no volume button on the TV.
No, there's no buttons on the TV.
So then I'm looking at the remote going, well, how? And the remote is very basic. There's not much on it. And so I'm chesting all the buttons, trying to figure this thing out. And then I see the voice activated button. I'm like, I wonder. I mean, this is 2 days of dicking around with this thing. So I press the button, hold it like you're supposed to, and I go, menu.
No way.
I'm sorry, settings. I said settings. Settings menu or some menu, settings menu settings, whatever.
Right.
Boom, it comes up. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah. Was there any witnesses to this?
No.
Good. Because although you've just admitted it live on stream, we can deny this. Plausible deniability, I think, is the word.
I've never had much use for the voice activated stuff.
No.
Just a lot of times it doesn't work and it doesn't find what you want. I never really bothered with it too much, but that was beautiful when I figured out I could reset the stupid thing that way. Anyway, tangent number 7.
But we've had some chat. Tom50574, hello all. Hello, Tom.
Tom, how are you, man? Renegade Barask. So, anywho, there you go, Black Friday. There's a couple of these exclusives, which I think are, as we've said before, the Vet or the Prime Gaming. So, we go over to Gold. As we've said before, there's probably really not a lot of reason to buy anything right now until you find out what's going on for Christmas, unless you just really have to have whatever that thing happens to be.
Yeah.
Premium count is pretty standard. You have this dude, vehicles-wise, again, the Barask, and these are both good, the Barask and the Renegade.
Well, really good tanks as well. Those both of them are good tanks. Well
Yeah.
worth it in my opinion. But hey,
Did the price of the Lurva go up?
I don't know. Did it?
I know they did a
That is-
I know they did a 10% discount in the recent past, but it's still $50.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
What's that under vehicles?
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of surprised
So,
me actually. I don't know. I guess I didn't pay much close attention to it, but that sort of surprised me. Low's always been pricey, yeah. If we go to specials, not much going on there. I think Wargaming is also just sort of not. What is? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's because that's what's for purchase. The daily deals thing has been wacky. Let's go back to that because I wanted to touch on the daily deals. I hope everyone knows about the daily deals. If you don't, not much help because today's the last day. But what you did is you went to this to this page on the website. You come down here, go to website, and you'll get something like a this. I've already selected them. This says I'm gonna have more cards. I think it ends tomorrow, right?
I think it is tomorrow. There's a slight anomaly with this that I've discovered for me. I don't know if it works for anybody else. Can I go into it now, Guido?
Yeah, go for it.
As you all know, I've got 3 accounts. I've got the NA account and I've got 2 European accounts. Every one of those 3 accounts came up with the same cards when I selected them 2 days running. So I did the NA account, picked my 5 cards, got whatever the offer was, went to my EU account, and they both did the same again. So, I mean, day 1 I think was garage slots came free, and then there was the other sort of 4 things. Exactly the same on all 3 accounts. Now, whether that's tied to my email accounts, bearing in mind one email account is for 2 accounts, the NA and one of the European accounts, but I've got a different email account for the second EU account. So I don't know how that sort of all, maybe it was just a one-off, but I don't know if anybody else has experienced it. Yeah, it stops me getting banned, Randall. Absolutely.
All right, so I've just tested the theory.
Right, because you've
I
got
did-
the EU account.
Yeah, and I did not get the same ones.
Okay, so
Or
it's
did
just,
I? Hold on, maybe I did. No. Well,
just an anomaly. An anomaly.
no, I think. You know what I think? Because I missed a couple days in EU. I will say that the free one was the same for both.
Okay.
I wonder if they have a specific free one that they were giving away.
Now you're saying that.
Each day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the other 4 looks like the same lineup from a couple days ago, just from memory.
Okay. Okay.
So you might be right. I don't know if you guys can confirm it, but it's possible it was the same thing, provided each day was going to be the same for you or everyone, really.
Yeah.
Lucky
Bet your
emblem
Peter's
today.
just subscribed, buddy.
Cool. Who's that?
Bet your Peter.
Fetcher Peter, man. Thank you for the sub. Fantastic. That is awesome. Very much appreciated.
He said, crap, I've hit the wrong button. You don't get reimbursed.
I mean, you don't actually know how right you are about that. Actually, you're in the wrong place. That's the wrong button, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, so daily deals. There you go. Possibility, I guess, maybe that it was the same thing for everybody.
Be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
for me, to be fair, I didn't take much notice of the purchase for real money thing. That might have been different each time. I didn't really look at it. But
Yeah.
I do seem to feel that the gold purchase item and the freebie and the first one that came out, I can't remember what that one is, you buy it for silver, it was all the same.
I will say, based on the forum chatter and what I saw and what you've been talking about, it looks like there was a relatively small amount of things it could be.
Okay.
It didn't,
Yeah. Yeah.
There was the Awful Panzer was in there, and a couple other tanks that I remember seeing, but I didn't see much. There's a couple 3D styles, the Kaiju style. People said they got that, so I saw that one. And then a lot of the 2D stuff. And then
Right.
personal reserves, kits, blah blah blah. So this was a better deal than last year. Was a disaster. Last year was actually just selling stuff for the same price. It was really weird.
Yeah.
This one has some deals. The problem with some of the deals, though, is all these times fives and crap they throw in there. So if you look at, I guess the one I was thinking about is kits. They had not three kits, pieces of equipment. They had 1.5 million worth of equipment, and it was 1.9 for the total thing. But the other stuff wasn't worth 400,000.
No, that, I mean, it's their pricing point, but it's not worth it. You're right. Yeah.
So it was better this year. The free stuff is fantastic. Make sure you get your free stuff. Can't argue with that, but there you have it.
No.
All right, Kronwagen is on track. I had a tier 6 game the other day that had about 8 stirves in it.
Yeah, it always happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
That sort of thing will kick it all off, you know what I mean?
Turkey shoot continues today, everybody. So anybody get any turkeys? There are about 400 accounts out there. So you should be running into those guys. I might, if I have some time later today, get on my sheriff account and give out some gold. If I do that, I'll try to stream. No promises. I know I say that almost every weekend and I don't get to it, but...
Well, we've got a member of the Twitch stream here that is a turkey, and he's regularly out there. I don't know if he wants to throw his name out there.
Who is it?
Say it, but yeah, he's quite happy to get killed. He volunteers. He volunteers to be killed.
Somebody's giving away as much wargaming gold as possible.
Yeah,
Sticko has 2.
that's the one.
Awesome. This is kind of interesting right here. You can buy this little metal IS-7.
I like that idea. It's quite cool,
is there
isn't
even a
it?
price on this, or do you have to go to the site?
Yeah, but I guess you go to the site.
And there's a bonus code that has some stuff. There's no tanks or anything, so it's just rando stuff in there. This one's actually pretty cool. I like the painted one. The painted one looks pretty nice. Looks pretty.
It is cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, if you're into
quality.
that sort of thing, I mean, I've got little models knocking around. I like that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's quite cool.
And that one gives you more, 20 plus 50%. So I have no idea what they cost. What, $80, 100? Let's find out.
Wow.
How much money do these things cost?
It's a lot of money, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I just guessed. Let's see what it says. There's no price. Why is there no prices on any of this stuff? Learn more.
See, that's what they do in Harrods. When you go to Harrods, they don't put prices on anything, so they expect you to be rich enough to buy the bloody stuff irrespective of price.
Holy macaroni!
How much are they? No. 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 Can't be right.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
Never mind.
Yeah, they look pretty exactly where they are. They won't look pretty in my house.
$500. Does it actually kill your enemies?
Is it real? Does it roll up outside your house and you're like, bloody hell, I didn't know it was a real tank.
On Christmas, you're going to wake up to the beep, 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 beep. Big flatbed is pulling into your driveway and dropping off the IS-7.
With a full crew.
$500.
Wow, that is ridiculous money, isn't it? Yeah, fetch a Peter, buy 9mm for cheaper. Yeah.
Hell, you can almost get an AR for $500.
Yeah.
Well, you can get one if you're going to build it.
Well, yeah, or you can go to Walmart and get one for, self-glue together one.
Yeah, for $5.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is mad money, isn't it?
You know what's funny about it is it says you got to hurry up because we're only making. Where is it? They're only making 300 VIP editions, so hurry up, guys.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. Yeah, they'll still have 299 left at the end of all this.
Now, I've not seen First Legion store. That actually looks kind of cool. This is it right here. No.
There are some good sites out there like that. Does merch.
They have all kinds of stuff. Look at this. They got World War II stuff. Looks like all models and figurines and cool stuff like that. Cool. All right, well, there you go. I mean, obviously, everyone has a different situation. It is very cool, but wowza.
Yeah. Blue says, I hope you got enough bunks in your house for the crew when they turn up.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. It should be made out of granite.
Yeah, made
World
out of
Warships
granite.
will sell you a real cruiser.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, if you
man.
live near the river.
All right, I think that's it for shilling. Let's look real quick. That's some good shilling. I should get a lot of kickback if I'm able to sell one of those granites.
Absolutely, yeah.
I
Wow.
mean,
Go out and buy one today, rich people of
go
the
out.
internet.
That's right. Hurry, hurry. There's
Yeah.
only 300 VIPs being made, folks.
Yep.
Do not miss that deal. Creeping It Real, there you go. That's still going till the 25th. And then we've got the Kronwagen, Patriot Missions. Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Forgot all about those. And
Missions and specials. We need to do missions.
that's what I'm doing. Is that what we're doing?
Kranban. Kranban, yeah.
Yeah. So Patriot
Patriot
Missions.
missions are still there.
I know. I need to do that because look at this. You can get a Coke and 2 kits for just 2,000 damage each day. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Win a battle. Oh, and win a battle, you get more. Oh man, that's a missed opportunity. I could have got a bunch of kits out of that. Weekend Special 3. That's this weekend. Standard stuff with
Yeah.
some kits and some personal reserves and whatnot. Always good. Patents on track still. Watt salute, multipliers, community hunting. That's pretty much it. This whole section of the game is sort of dying off.
It feels that way, doesn't it? There doesn't seem to be a lot of effort put into it. It's sort of samey, not much thought into it.
I mean, you take a look at it and go, all right, what's the weekend deal? But there's no real. They used to make these missions and sometimes have them fairly convoluted and complicated and stuff. But it seems like most of this is on autopilot anymore, and they save the big things for the events.
Yeah.
Of course, they built the daily thing, so that's where you're getting a lot of your goodies these days.
So the thing is, you've got things like Battle Pass running, and you've got all the. You've got quite a lot in the background that runs anyway. So I guess the trade-off is that the missions aren't as.
Yeah,
Aren't as
that's what it
lucrative.
seems like. Absolutely. Yep. All right, so CS63. This is how I've got mine set up. Actually, I've got the turbo. Put the bounty rammer. Put the bounty vents on that bad boy. I'm running a directive because I'm running food. I have been lit on fire a couple times. In fact, I had a 2-game streak where I got lit on fire both games. But not too bad. It doesn't seem to be, I don't know what's the word, vulnerable to it necessarily.
Okay.
But
There are
Rel-
some tanks which will just burst into flames when you look
oh
at them.
yeah, relatively
Yeah.
relatively try hard though, so it's worked out pretty nicely. Worked out pretty nicely. Christmas is coming.
I'm really looking forward to getting there and using that tank. But what I might do is ask you to come along and coach me, coach me in that particular tank, because I know, as good as it is, when it gets into my hands, it becomes an absolute dog. So I might just go on bended knee and say, Guido.
Just put controlled impact on your crew. Put a turbo in the mobility slot.
Okay.
Maybe if you want to go super RAM, and maybe somebody in chat can tell me what's going on with this, because I'm not 100% sure. I keep meaning to get my laptop out and start up my sheriff account and then put this account and sheriff account together in a training room and figure it out. But the question is the relative uses and merits of hardening and spall liner for ramming.
Right.
So, and I think Bitwise probably might know, but this says minus 50 to hull damage caused by suspension damage during impact. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
a bit nefarious, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a bit woolly.
And then this one, spall liner, says minus 50 to HE shell damage, blah, blah, as well as ramming damage.
So that's minus 50 to ramming damage. So you get 50% less damage to when you ram.
But what if I put them both on? Is it minus 50 again? Does it
Well, that would
stack?
be that.
Is it
Well,
minus 100%? I cannot be hurt by a ram?
exactly. Yeah.
I can't.
Indestructible.
Yeah.
Captain America's shield.
That's a good question, Cliffy. That's a good question. Or could you take, well, you can't mix. I wonder how fast two of these could help push a mouse.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. We need to do a training room. We need to do.
Well, I know that.
I just want to catch up on the. Just go back a bit on chat for a second. They're all saying that I've got to pay either $25 an hour for the coaching or buy a Granite IS7 so you get the kickback. What? Hey? Anyway, let's carry on.
Those are both acceptable.
Really? Okay. All right, I'll go with that then.
So that's the next thing.
Pretty capitalist.
Do I? So I put a. What's it called?
A rammer?
Yeah, but what's the special slot called? It's not hardening. Bloody heck. What's it called?
I'm looking now. I'm trying to see.
It's called survivability.
Survivability.
So I put the survivability slot as the special slot, which I haven't picked yet. I dropped either hardening or spall liner, and then I put the other one on the other one. And then there's actually, I think, a directive that might help. The last thing is you can run fuel of some kind, which will not increase its top end speed, but will increase the engine power. So so it gets to top end speed quicker, and that would be the purest, I believe. Can you put? Hold on, let's find out. I bet this doesn't work, but we're going to try it. We're going to put 100% here, 100 octane. Where's my engine power? All right, I've got. Okay, so we'll put that on there. That increased it, okay. So we're at 1,368. Now what if I put the other one here? Can I do that? No, it will not. All right, so you can't double tap those.
Bounty Turbo says Bitwise. Is that on there?
I don't have a Bounty Turbo. Yeah, you're right. That would be, because I think that is 1 kilometer an hour faster than putting a regular turbo in the slot, from what I remember when I looked at it.
Okay.
Because what you do is you take this, you go, all right, let's go. Actually, I think I have it here. I do have it here. All right. So go into the configure tool, and you take this. If you put, is it Bounty Turbo? Is there actually a? There is a Bond Turbo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So we do this.
Yeah.
Ah, shit! Stop that dumb thing. So if we look at this, we've got right now as it's set up. Configure it. Come over here. Right now as it's set up, I have a top speed of 75.
Wow.
So if I put,
that's almost wheelie territory. Well, in fact, it is wheelie territory.
So if I put this bad boy, that's Bounty. Let's go down here to Bond. Put a Bond on there. That gives me 76. So I get 1 kilometer extra out of that. I'm not getting a bonus for the mobility slot though, because they don't stack. Those don't stack. But it doesn't matter where you put that at. That's the best speed from what I can tell. Top end. I don't think there's anything else you can do. Is 76.
With field mods applied as well.
Oh, is there a field mod? Oh, hold on. Let's try that. I didn't think about field mod. Why does it keep getting me out of that? All right. Let's give all the field mods. It's one of these, right? That's engine power, but not. That's not. I don't think there's anything that increases the speed, is there?
I don't know. I haven't done any mods. I picked it up off chat actually.
Reverse.
Sorry,
there's a reverse speed bonus. Turbo plus field mods 78.4. I mean, this will give you more power. Let's find this. Boom. Let's do this. What happens? Power's at 1333. See, it doesn't add any top end, but it does give you more power, so that's true.
So it's quicker.
Yeah.
To get to top end. Right.
Yep. So that would add more power. So there is one more thing then you can add to power. So some kind of fuel. I mean, it's funny how many different things are. You can really kind of work with all of them and figure it out. Mine, as I have it set up, is a hybrid. I still have a lot of combat capability. The thing about this is that's pretty cool is, let's find the STB. I want to say it's not far off of STB levels of, let's add this to the comparison. I don't think it's far off of STB levels of DPM.
Wow, that would be that's something else, isn't it? If that's the case.
See, it's not. 3616 and the STB is at 3681.
Right.
Now my STB is not really set up to any, like, it's not a DPM build.
Right.
So I don't have any special. So you could increase that. I think the STB will pretty quickly outpace.
Yeah.
But it's not, again, it's not that far off. I feel like when I'm playing the CS63 that I'm dropping damage pretty dang fast.
Yeah.
And the reload sits at, so the STB as I have it set up is at 5.59, which is pretty dang fast for a 390 alpha, 360 alpha.
Yeah, 360 alpha, yeah.
The difference here is the CS63 has 30 more alpha, and it's sitting at 6.47. So it's it's no slouch in terms of DPM.
No.
In a reload, and he hits at 390, which is nice.
See, I've got a little bit of bounty slash special equipment sat in the store, so I might just save them for that particular tank and do the swap out load and just do what you've done and try and maximize it for the play style. I guess that I'm going to put it because you see the trouble is I've been around you too long. I'm too aggressive.
Yeah.
So I try to get to that aggressive position, and invariably I fail because I get one-shotted. You know what I mean? Because I don't get there. But that might actually suit the play style. I can get in there, do the job, and get out quick. So yeah.
The video on Monday is going to talk a little bit about being aggressive and coming at stuff and not worrying about it too much if you get killed. You know?
Right.
It's that, I don't know if you remember that game that we came out of and said that's everything that's wrong with World of Tanks.
Yeah.
That Manicore game. So that's what the video is about Monday.
Oh, no, that's cool. Yeah,
so
I remember
it's
that.
discussing a lot of the things that are wrong with the game, and then
Yeah.
some discussion about, at the end of the day, whatever.
I mean, the speed you can get that up to is really territory, but you won't have the mechanics that allow you to bounce off cliffs and do 3-point turns in the air.
Oh, I've learned that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've launched myself off a lot of stuff with this.
Yeah, see if I can go up that cliff and then jump backwards. Oh no, I've been tracked.
It's a fun. I don't know. I keep going on about it, but it is just a really fun tank. All right. One thing I did miss on missions and special is game time yay. Game time yay is the code for Commander AF, and you'll get a 703 version 2 actually, which is a pretty cool rental. So if you haven't tried the two-shot dudes or the double barrel dudes, you can get a 703 V2 with game time yay for 3 days and check it out.
Yeah.
Canine Swords, we talked about that. All right, cool. Subjects du jour.
Indeed.
Subjects du jour. So you had an interesting question.
Oh, you did. I did, yes.
Before we started. So go ahead and posit the question for the chat.
For the chat.
Yeah.
Crew skills. Currently, all of my 9s and 10s and some of my 8s are sitting with a 4 to 5 crew skill crew. Personally, I don't think it's worth going past that level. And if it is, why? That's the question I'd like to put out there. Because I feel like with 4 or 5 skills, they've sort of, the crew has got what they got. And I understand that if you've got a small crew, like a 3-man crew, yes, it's going to have more because it's going to cover more jobs. But generally, 4 skills, 5 skills, isn't that enough? Is it not worth trying to deal with the XP in some of the way? Yeah, no, it goes to free experience and you have to use gold to convert and all that sort of stuff. But crew skills, any relevance to having 6, 7, 8, 9 skills at all?
So more is obviously better. And I thought about that for a bit as we were talking about it. And initially I was like, all right, you only really need 4. But I think one of the more interesting things to think about there is the 3 basic skills are very useful. Repairs, obviously, camo, and then even firefighting, because once you get firefighting, it frees you up to use food and other things, and you won't burn as much. So those are all good. Then Brothers in Arms, that's 4 for any tank.
Yeah.
Right there, 4. Never mind now I put on things like Sixth Sense and stuff that matters. Then talk about, there's so many variables here. Then talk about tanks with 3 crew. There is one with 2.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
But you got
Yeah.
a considerable amount with just 3. And that puts a lot of stress on the various commanders depending on which thing is put on, especially in terms of the radio operator. And if the radio operator gets dropped on a commander, I mean, you're talking 8 skills that are very useful. If you have a commander that has the radio operator,
Yes.
7 or
Yeah.
8 skills that you would love to have. But as a general position, if you have a 4 skill crew, that's competitive, I would say, in
Okay.
pubs.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
You start getting to 5, 6. At 5 or 6 with 4 or 5 crew members, a couple of your crew members stop having anything useful, but you may still
Yeah.
be working on useful stuff on, say, a commander or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the driver has
I
a
mean,
lot of good stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Drivers is probably one of the better skill sets. I'm just saying there, Bitwise has got 5 or more skills on his tier 10s. That's sort of where my tier 10s are, not all of them. But like you say, Guido, when I get, for example, the loaders, really there's nothing else to put on them. They've got intuition, they've got repairs, they've got camouflage, they've got brothers in arms, so that's 4. And you're like, well,
Well, a loader,
the gun will,
to
the gun
me,
will fire more accurately when damaged. Whatever.
that's a gunner. But for me,
Yeah. That's
a loader has just a loader alone, no radio operator, has 6 skills that are good. The 3 basics,
Okay.
the brothers in arms, the intuition, and the safe storage.
Oh, right. Okay.
And really-
Yeah, safe storage. Okay.
Really,
Yeah,
the one that speeds up when you have 10% hit points, or
Yes.
whatever it is, that's useful.
Yeah.
That's actually, I mean, it's useful in a small slice of games.
Right.
But you might as well, if you've done all of them, you might as well grab it.
do that.
You
Right,
can't
okay.
help but grab it because it's going to be the last one to pick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
like radio operator, in terms of there is some usefulness to the one that call for vengeance or whatever, and then the one that keeps people lit longer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't prioritize those ahead of about 6 or 7 other skills,
Okay.
but
Okay.
if you have them, they are useful in those small slices of gameplay.
Okay. So I mean, because like you said before we came on air, you can just leave it clicking away anyway, because you're going to get, the XP to get the other end skills, if you like,
Yeah.
over time. I mean, I know each skill becomes a massive amount of XP. So when you get to sort of like skill 6, 7, and 8, you need millions of XP just to get the skill. So it takes forever. But yeah, why not just leave it switched on, clicking crew skills?
So Stickler
Yeah,
makes an interesting and good point here. The turkey accounts and my sheriff account have full skills, and you don't. And he said you don't notice much difference. The thing
Right.
is, over time, it will be a difference. Because of these skills are very situational, especially some of the ones people don't prioritize at all. They are helping you. They will help you. You may have a hard time noticing it in small sample sizes. You may even be able to have a hard time breaking out the effect in large sample sizes, except that you should have slightly better performance for having them on them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think any...
Wait,
Go ahead.
sorry, Blues Traveller makes a good point there. Skill 8 is 53 million
Yeah.
XP. So, unless you've
Yeah.
got, unless you've got a way of doing that, you're grinding your daily play. You're going to take years to get to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the sheriff account has a mana core with every skill on it.
I
I
bet
think
that's
it's...
fun.
The commander is 17 skills or something.
Get out,
Which
man!
is
That is madness in
essentially
itself,
impossible for someone to actually physically do. Is it 14? I thought it was 17. Let's take a look
Wow.
at it.
Yeah, 4-3 said it's taken him years.
Let's take a look. We need a scout.
Yeah, that's true bitwise. I mean, the free XP is just a gold farming exercise by wargaming as far as I'm concerned, but Sometimes it's useful if I need to up my XP just to do the module thing on one or two tanks. I'll unclick a few crews and just try and mass it.
Well, it's
Generally,
more.
I've
It's
got-
more than 14, my friends.
Wow.
My Chuck has 8. At 9, 10, 11, 12. Eagle Eye. 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, as I said. 17.
Good grief.
17 skills for the commander. The other guy's
Wow.
got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 skills.
That's madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, if your commander gets knocked
7,
out,
8,
that's
9,
basically you completely out the game if you lose your commander. You know, whereas
8, 9, 12, yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
wow.
If you change that crew to a different tank, you can reset your crew skills and then switch tanks for credits. Your skill XP will be absorbed to top off your crew's main XP so extra skills can be used as fodder.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries, knee jerk. No worries, man. That's what's good about the chat on this channel, man, is people we learn every day.
Yeah,
I learn,
yeah.
I learn stuff I
really.
forgot because sometimes I wake up and I don't know who I am, where I am, or where my pants are.
I nearly spat my teeth out then. Yeah,
Did they loosen up a little bit? And you got to.
yeah. I have one of these by my bedside with my name on it. So when I wake up in the morning, I actually know who I am. Just put a post-it note by your bedside. You wake up and go, oh yeah, my wife plays tricks on me.
Yeah.
She writes Charlemagne on there. And I wake up, oh, my name's Charlemagne this morning.
The Great.
The Great. Charlemagne
the Great.
Oh yeah, that's my name then.
You can just call me the Great if you, for
Yeah.
short. Just call
Can
me.
we talk house generals before we go into because it is subject to
We can talk anything. This is
Right,
rando.
okay, well,
We're in random
yeah.
time.
Well, I've got get this. I've got a free weekend because my house general decided to go and visit my daughter for the weekend.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me interrupt you. Right now, you're free.
Well, I've got a free weekend. I'm like, yoo-hoo, doing all this. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That explains some of the conversation we had before, and you were rather
Absolutely.
loud, and I'm like, you're
Yeah.
about to get thumped on the head.
No, I'm safe.
Ah.
I'm completely safe. Well, I think
All right.
I'm safe unless she's recording something. Somewhere.
Well, I can see a little head popping up back there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you. I don't you laugh. So, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Free weekend, Pilgrim. Pilgrim goes, right, Saturday's mine. I'm going to, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I woke up Saturday morning. By the bedside was, in fact, I haven't got it with me now, but a list of chores that are going to take me the whole of the bloody weekend to do. A list of chores. I expect these to be done by Monday morning when I return. Type list. And I'm like, I can't. This is not fair. I was going to get my motorbike out, have a run out yesterday, and you know what I mean, clean and polish the car, and do all the blokey things, you know. Oh no, ironing, hoovering, bathroom needs descaling.
Yeah.
This blah blah blah. I'm like, man, I need to go away for a weekend. I'm not having this.
Yeah.
So feel for me, guys. Feel for me.
Yeah. Well, and I'm assuming you've left it all to the last minute.
Yeah, I'll do it this afternoon. I'll try. It's 2:00 in the afternoon now. I've got until bedtime to get them all.
You're going to be arseholes and elbows trying to get all that done, aren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
There's no World of Tanks for me this afternoon. Man.
Ideally,
I'm panicking now.
no. I think what you should do is after we're done is just a couple games,
Yes.
and then at about 6 in the afternoon or whatever, an hour before she gets there, go, oh my gosh, and then just rage through and do it.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I think that's good advice. I'll take that as good advice.
Stickler, that is 100%.
Oh, dear.
So I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
That's going to cost me at least $200.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you were thinking.
Whatever.
Yeah, knee jerk. This is probably a little bit old school with the camo net. The thing about the camo net and the stirves, as I think most people know, is you can spin the hole and you don't lose the camo net, which is one of the only kinds of tanks that camo net makes a lot of sense on anymore in this game.
Yeah.
And even so, maybe not that much sense because that's a whole slot and you could probably put something better on it. But that's how I have both mine set up. Although this is I haven't played the Ouds in probably 5 years, so this is a really old setup. I think I would change that to vents just to get the bonus. But there's other stuff. I don't know. What do you guys got? What are you guys putting on your stirves and things? What else is
Well,
there?
I've got it maxed out for camo. Everything camo for my stirve, my top tier stirve, not the
Yeah.
S1, but the top tier stirve. And I could sit in a field without a bush in front of me and not be seen. I think it's awesome. I think the camouflage on that, it's like, it's just massive. I really love it.
Rammer vents muffler. Okay. Got it. Stirve needs turbo. Yeah, that'll help you get to positions. I don't have too much trouble getting in position with it, but that's not a bad idea. Drop division as well. Yep, I would agree with Kedge.
Yeah.
Major Pain uses turbo. And then, of course, you can unlock the extra bonus slot. Saw an AMX-30 prototype Tier 9 in 2 games. No, that's the old Tier 9. That's the standard Tier 9, Grumpy. We're going to get to that in a minute. The premium is a Tier 8, and it's called Alt Prototype, alternate prototype. And it's a Tier 8. Vent RAM binos, okay. Turbo does improve it. Yeah, so that's interesting. That what Cliffy just brought up. You kind of got to watch it when you put some of these things on because some of these things will have secondary and tertiary effects on hull rotation and other things you might not think about, and it ends up improving other areas for the tank as well. 4 tankers builds seem to be platoon setup, or am I wrong on that? What is his build? Did you say that already? What's 4 tankers? Somebody mentioned 4 tankers, series of vids on equipment and field mods for various classes. Yes, he does, Doctor Who, absolutely. I highly recommend watching any of 4 tankers videos. There's no BS, and he, unlike me, he actually does all the maths. And no kidding gets it. I don't know if he ever really gets it much wrong. So he's very analytical. So it's great to find out exactly what a lot of this stuff is doing. Turbo works in siege mode. Oh, well there you go. So there's a great example from Bitwise. Turbo works in siege mode. So now you're
that's a useful addition.
Yeah.
Very useful.
And that's not maybe something you'd think about.
No. Because there's nothing worse, you know me with my pressing extra buttons, there's nothing worse having to press a bloody button to move. Press X. Oh my goodness me. So to actually move with some considerable better speed without having to press X, I'm up for that. I'll look at that.
You're just death on the X thing, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yes. I've changed my glasses because I want to match you. Look, I've got my others. I've got my other readers. I've got my other readers on.
Just like a proper elderly couple.
Yeah. Matching glasses. There you go.
I think Stickler, it's the 2801 with the derp. That's the rumor. The VK 2801 MIT 105.
Right.
Remember they took it away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point by Blues. I never thought about that. I could map my mouse, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
It's the third click, isn't it? The wheel
push down on the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a good. I've got 2 spare ones on the side here as well. So I
You
could
could do
probably
that.
do that.
Yep. I think I actually mapped that once. Now that I think about it, I wonder which one it is because I've been hitting X on the keyboard for the CS. So I'm gonna have to figure out which one it was.
Okay, that's cool.
X on the mouse wheel is a must. Yeah, for the EBR.
Now I need a beard. Well, I haven't had a shave today, so yeah.
All right, cool. We talked about turkey shoot, right? So today's the last day.
Yeah.
We talked about streamer. If you're going to stream, make sure you
Yeah.
sign up. We need to put that. Make sure that gets on the Discord because I know we have several people who stream on and off.
Yeah.
You're welcome, knee jerk. Good question. And for everybody, I mean, if you got questions like that you want to discuss, just chuck it in there. Those are always good, and they create nice.
You'll never get any sense from me, but Guido will give you the right track.
And if I don't know, which I don't, Bitwise will hook us up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or Cliffy will work us up.
Cliffy or
Hook us up.
Bitwise.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, Common Test 1.15. I'm assuming that's the Christmas. If you look at the write-ups on it, it says it's all technical stuff. I'm assuming that's the Common Test for Christmas. Although I don't think anybody know. Can you see the Christmas stuff on the Common Test? I don't know. I don't think they do it that way for Christmas. It's a big
unusual.
reveal.
I've not heard that. I've not seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be unusual.
Because we have a marathon apparently coming up. There's just a lot of chatter about that. So apparently there's a marathon. We obviously have Christmas. There's a Yo tank. So there's several things going to happen in here in the next 3 weeks or so. So whether that's multiple patches or just 1.15, I don't know the timing on any of that yet. But these are all things that are coming. So then let's talk about marathon rumors.
Yeah.
There's several of them out there, which is kind of interesting. Let's see if I can find the page that's got what I want on it. That's not it. Is this it?
While you're doing that,
Oh,
yeah, well-deserved rewards. Don't forget, guys.
Yes, and if you have, again, this is another thing that I doubt anyone's in this situation, but if you have multiple accounts and for whatever reason you haven't logged into one of them, you should grab your well-deserved reward for this year before the new one comes out. Although, doesn't it give you all of them anyway?
Yeah, that's my feeling because
Yeah.
I'm sure in previous times it's just appeared. I haven't had to do anything about it.
I wonder if there's some extra stuff.
Email.
Maybe there's some extra goodies.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Bravo, Mike. Turkey event as a turkey.
Right on. What's so annoying? Whenever I have a white background on my Chrome, because I try to read the chat while on OBS, because I can't read the chat because I can't be on Discord because Discord's busy doing our video. Not Discord. I can't be on the website because I'm on this website. I can't read the daggum chat. I need to figure that out. I wonder if I can change the color. I'll have to work on that. All right, anyway. The two tanks that are... Oh, this is not it. Hold on, let me try to find it. Thought I had it set up. The two tanks that are rumored are the AMBT, which is a American Tier 8, and the... I guess I'm going to have to go with two different sites here. So let's start with the AMBT. The AMBT and the aforementioned Alt Proto AMX30. So it's not AMX30 Alt Proto, it's Alt Proto AMX30. The Alt Proto is a Tier 8 French, kind of looks like the AMX30s, which are now special vehicles or whatever they're called. And then the AMBT. Also remember that there are the M3Y Yo Tank Premium is floating around out there, and you have to assume that that will be in conjunction with the release of the Yo Tanks. So I would imagine only one of these two is going to be the Marathon, and then you have the Yo Tanks coming out, I guess, with Christmas would be my guess. But let's start with the AMBT possibility here. Damage at 360, 215, and 278. That's a pretty good pen. It is an APCR round, it looks like. That's a lot for an APCR round for a Tier 8, actually.
It's an autoloader as well, is it?
Yes, and it looks like the reverse autoloader, so 18, 13, and 12. Gets faster as it goes.
Right.
Because we needed more autoloaders.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
It's got 3 shells.
Struggle as it is.
Yeah, 2.7 aiming time is quite long. The dispersion's not great, 0.38. That's pretty bad. It does have 9 degrees of depression. That's nice. It does 40, which is okay speed, not amazingly fast. Pretty good power to weight, so it should get up and go to that speed decently. And then we've got turret armor at 260, which looks usable, and I can't see, it's hard to see here, but I don't know if it has a tumor on top or not. It does not appear to have a huge tumor. And it looks like fairly good angling on the upper plate, but if you look at how big that lower plate is, holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless it's a curved lower plate. Can you tell?
No, it's flat. Looks very flat.
It's flat. Okay.
Yeah. Looks very flat. So that's that's that guy. Four crew members: commander, gunner, driver, loader. Standard. So basically, the American Progetto-ish, but not as fast and not as accurate, but hits harder, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. And then we're going to go over here to the Alt Proto. So the other option is a Tier 8 French. This is not an autoloader, thank goodness.
Yeah.
It's a 300 damage with a 10-second reload.
Wow.
I don't know.
Can't be right. No, it can't be right.
Yeah, that's what it says. 10 seconds for a whole 300. So this dude is dropping 360 on your face,
Yeah.
and he's got a reverse French style, I believe, auto reloader. So not I said auto loader, I meant auto reloader.
Yeah.
This guy is a 10-second reload for 300. I don't know.
No.
Dispersion's 0.38, not great. Same aiming time. We've got minus 11.
What? You're
Look,
joking, man.
It goes to 11.
It goes to 11.
It goes to 11. Why not?
Cool, blimey.
Why not set it to 9 and then go to 10? This one goes to 11. All right. This is fast at 55. Is this kind of a paper tank? It is. 150 on the turret. That's not good. Hull is 60. Okay angling, not amazing. That's fast though. 55 is pretty nice. So what is this? Maybe a better CDC-ish?
Yeah, I was going to
idea?
say CDC, yeah, because, well, the CDC is fast to get into the action, isn't it? It doesn't last very long, though,
No.
does it?
I mean, it's got more armor than a CDC, to be fair, but
Yeah.
that's not much. Not very useful against other tier 8s, really. So there's the Alt Proto. The last one is, we can talk about, is it here? There it is. This is the premium Yo tank, the tier 8. And remember, it's going to have that extra track in the backs, the whole difficulty to track it kind of thing. Sitting at 240 alpha, which is fairly low these days. Pretty good armor, a penetration at 223 standard, that's nice. 290 with a heat round, unfortunately. Yeah. It has 2 guns. Oh, wait a minute, this is not the premium.
No, I was going to say, if it's got
this
two
is not
guns,
this is not the premium, sorry.
No.
The premium is the, I guess it's not on here. Never mind. I thought we were talking about the premium. This is not it, I don't believe. Yeah, that's right. The premium's got that big round goofy turret.
Yeah, that's the one.
With the oscillating weirdness going on.
Yes.
All right, never mind.
It's like Daffy Duck.
This is actually the tech tree. So let's see what we got here. The bigger gun hits harder, but has worse pin. Of course it does.
What?
Yeah.
That's got to be right,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
Only
Good
245 with APCR. That's a little hard to deal with. Huh. Does it have a DPM for both of them? No, it doesn't do that. They don't put that on there. I wonder what that turns out to be DPM wise. Don't know. 8.9 seconds, 6.4.
Yeah. T1 heavy, Wayne.
0.39 dispersion with the 105. That's atrocious.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But is that what's the crew setup and everything else? You should be able to get that right down.
Looks like
surely.
commander, gunner, driver, loader.
Right, okay.
Turret's at 279. Oh wow, look at that turret.
Yeah.
That is pretty dang good. Now who knows what the weak spots look like on it? It's hard to see from there. And the whole armor's no slouch either at 278, and some angling. Looks like it's got a pike nose on the bottom part too.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting game style with it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be side scraping with the pike nose, do you?
Yeah. I think some of that bad gun handling is to some extent an attempt to balance because of the inability to track it. So this will be interesting to watch. First of all, how effective is in terms of gameplay? Is it really going to matter that they don't get tracked? I think yes.
Yeah, because of the pullback behind cover.
Right, getting away. So one of the basic mechanics of the game, especially to pin heavies, is to track them so you can deal with them, so they can't continually give you their best armor effort.
Yeah.
You know, and you can get around them as a medium or a light or another heavy or whatever. And try to break camps or break hard defenses in choke points, things like that. Because it's going to be so much harder, I think, to pin. You don't want to give it too good of a gun to where it can just dominate both turret, great turret, great gun, great depression, and you can't track it. Something has to be nerfed.
Yeah.
You can't give it everything.
No, because now here we go, as a complete tangent, because it will be arty safe effectively if it's got that other track. Then you know sometimes arty is useful to track the heavies
Yeah.
in a hull down position to stop them being able to move back into cover and all the rest of it. So it's going to be almost completely arty safe because it'll still be able to move, even if it's been splash damaged. You know?
Safer, already safer, maybe.
Safer, yeah.
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 Well, anything that any part of the game that relies on tracking a guy is going to be lessened by the difficulty in tracking it. Knee Jerk says a French tank, highest standard pen, except there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. So I don't know. Watch out for those things showing up in the game.
I think we got a good Christmas coming. To be honest, you know, with the old loot boxes and that, I think that's good. I think I'm looking forward to the marathon. If it's any one of those tanks, it'd be well worth my time going for that. You know, personally, because those, you know, they sort of do resonate a little bit.
Both of those look good. I think the AMBT looks better, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a fan of constant auto reloader, auto loader additions to the game, that train has left the station long ago.
I mean, you know, as much as we rail against it, it's here, isn't it? So we've got to live with it.
It's left this station and gone through 42 other stations.
It's Midwest now. It's somewhere up that way.
It's gone off the West Coast and it's flying into the Pacific Ocean, headed your way now.
That's the one.
It's actually crossing China right now. It's on the way to you.
Yeah, we get it the long way round. Now, talking about tangents, long way round, let me just throw this tangent in. We have an agreement with the Sultan of Brunei. I say we. I'm on about the Ministry of Defence, the UK PLC.
The
not
royal
me
we.
Personally. Not the royal we. But they have an agreement with the Sultan of Brunei that they provide training teams from the British Army to go over there, and they do a 2-year tour in Brunei, teaching coaching the Brunei forces, both RAF, both the Air Force and the Army and the Navy. And because the Sultan of Brunei and all his generation going back and going forwards, they all go to Sandhurst, which is our officer training facility, similar to your West Point.
Right.
So they have an affinity with the British Army. So there is an opportunity, which I actually turned down stupidly, but there is an opportunity for selected individuals in the British Army to go over to Brunei, stay there for 2 years, and help train the Brunei forces. Now, the incentive for doing this is you get your own normal wage, and then the Brunei doubles your wage tax-free because there's no taxes in Brunei. Basically, the Sultan pays for everything. So there's free medical care, and there's no taxes. He doesn't tax his people. So, so you're on double wages. And when you leave, after your 2-year tour, when you leave, he comes to see you, shakes your hand, gives you a leaving present, and then will fly you back business first class, either direct to the UK or the long way round, with a stop off in the United States for 2 weeks holiday paid for by the Sultan.
Wow.
Now, that is quite a Gucci little number, that is. If you can get that posting, you know, it's 1 in a million. You don't get them often. So I get a phone call. I'm in Germany. My man in records office phones me up and says, Mr. Davis, because I was a warrant officer by then, WL1, Sergeant Major Davis, would you consider an attachment to the Brunei Army? I went, you bet I will. Give me... And actually, the major at the end of the phone went, well, actually, go home and discuss it with your family first and then give us an answer in the morning. You know, because I went, yes, straight away. Yes, I'm going now. So I goes home, right? I goes home and we have this big discussion, and there is one minor hiccup, is that the children have to go to Singapore to school because there's no English spoken school in Brunei for the attached personnel. But you know, it's boarding school in Singapore. Hey ho, it's character building for children.
Yeah.
Apparently. So I mean, we got over that, you know, And then we sat down and we got all the blurb, we got all the information from a thing called the Hive. It's an information exchange thing that the military runs. You can get information about your posting or your next posting.
Yeah.
You can get it all for the wives. So we guessed that, and there's one little caveat in there. It's a Muslim country. You cannot take your dog with you. That stopped us going. With that stop, my house general would not go without the dog. I'm like, well, you can stay here in Germany, and I'll go away for 2 years. She went, yeah, you can do that. I won't be here when you come back. I was like, yes.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, tangent over. So, long way round. I could have flown and had 2 weeks in the States, all paid for by the Sultan of Brunei. Talking the long way round. There you go. Sorry about that.
It starts at the T1, guys. There is actually a tier 6, so they've got a tier 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I just looked it up.
T1 heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the tier 6.
Which I've been collecting XP against that tank, and it's been a bit of a struggle because the T1 heavy, I love it. I've 2 marked it so far, but it's one of those tanks that actually does fantastically well or abysmal. There's no middle ground with the T1 heavy. Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but get the XP racked up, gents and ladies.
And what's interesting is the double track will not start till the tier 7. So there's this kind of tier 6 interim tank, Pawlack, Pawlack tank. That's at least what was in the video.
Okay.
All of this stuff is always subject to change, but that's my understanding.
What do you think? In fact, Blues has got a good question.
I don't know. I can't. Can somebody look at what a tier 6 takes? I currently have 26,439, but I have everything unlocked, so I never know. Does this say? It doesn't, does it? No. I wish it would tell you what everything cost. Hard to tell.
Well, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be up in the 50s or 60,000, will it?
Surely I think Gator. I think you're covered.
Yeah,
55 should do her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mocha keeps us on track, doesn't she?
Yeah, but there's fewer tangents, as said by Doctor Who.
No, she's on the couch. I actually closed the door just to keep her out because she wants to wander in here constantly anymore. All right, cool.
Can you hear that bleeping noise?
No.
Oh, that's okay.
Is that your IS-7?
That's my IS-7 just being delivered.
Excellent.
Well, I hope it's not something that the house elves arranged for me when I've been away. Hang on. Wait one.
Oh, somebody has approached.
No, it's okay. It's next door neighbours getting the shopping delivered.
Very good. Very good. All right. I think that's it. That's all I had, man.
I've got one more thing if I can.
Yeah, please do.
And I know he doesn't mind me speaking about it, but I won't give his name. He's in Twitch. He's watching this, so he'll know who he is. I had a conversation with a gentleman this morning who plays World of Tanks and everything else that he plays, and him and I have we put the world to rights. Bless him. He's of an age where we can put the world to rights and don't give a damn. You know. Yeah. Well. So. We had a conversation this morning, and he's in a clan. He's just joined a new clan, and the commander of the clan put an edict out there to say, okay, for clan wars, gentlemen, we only want to see, and they must have that mod, whatever the mod is that gives colours to tanks. We only want to see green tanks. So my friend here went into the first clan wars and was pulled up by the clan commander saying, you haven't got a green tank. He went, yes, I have. He goes, no, you haven't. It's not green. He goes, yes, it is. He said, I went into the camouflage section and all my tanks in my garage are painted green. What's not green about my tank? I was like, yeah, good on you, mate. He said, you're telling me I've spent all these bloody credits turning my tanks green and that's not what you wanted? I nearly wept myself this morning when he told me that. I was like, oh, good on you, mate. Brilliant.
That is awesome, man. If you're doing it right, though, to combine the whole thing, to prove that your tank is great and to have the correct color, you would paint it purple.
You would, wouldn't you? Like I have done all my artillery pieces. All three of them.
This is clearly a Unicum tank.
Yeah, it's purple.
It is
What's the problem?
solidly purple. With the occasional green game where you don't do as well, but that's why the green
Yeah,
is on there.
exactly. Lower tier, you can sort of have a green tier 6, you know.
Rolling Stones did
brilliant.
tell us to paint it black. That is a good point.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Oh man, that is Barney. That is Barney.
Brilliant.
Well, chat, if you got any last minute questions, chuck it out there because I think we're coming to the end of this ride.
Oh,
we should
I've got all
obviously-
the chores to do.
We will, yeah. Pilgrim's got a stack of chores to go take care of. I should mow the lawn one more time, but I don't want to.
Winter. Sod it.
Yeah. So I would be looking out in game in the near future. You might get some essay on what the marathon tank's going to be coming along. It should be one of those two. Christmas, I would not expect to hear anything on that until at least 2 weeks into December. Remember, that's usually mid-December, but before they really start it. Because remember, Christmas plus, it's the Orthodox Christmas is the Russian thing, so this whole thing will go into January, past where in the U.S. generally Christmas would go. So I would imagine maybe the 16th is a Thursday. They usually start things on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So somewhere around the 16th, I think.
Okay. Keep an eye out.
And that's pretty much it. So we got another good 3 weeks of speculation and making stuff up before we get there. The 28th.
Yeah, we can say that there's let's put out a tangent. You get a free IS-7 metal kit for I don't know.
Yeah,
Get a
but
Guido on the battlefield.
you got to build it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to
Awesome.
build it.
Kedge mowed yesterday to get the rest of the leaves. That's kind of what I'm gonna have to do. I've also got to get the saw out and take care of my I can't remember what the stupid trees are. They grow so fast, whatever they're called. Crepe myrtles, I think. Got to cut those back this year. Chainsaw, that's the thing. Get the chainsaw and cut the crepe myrtles back. Yeah,
Question,
I do.
Bravo Mike.
Palm trees are a pain in the butt. They don't necessarily shed leaves, but they do. The lower parts of the frond thing die and they break off and fall down. And then if you don't take off I don't know what the things are along the side of it as it moves up, those things are falling all over the damn place.
Oh, the barky bit that just sort of like where the leaves grow out of.
Yeah,
The flappy thing.
they're a mess. Yeah, those things they're a mess. They're messier than you would think.
Here's a final tangent about trees, if you want. They've got in Belize, Central America, British Honduras used to be called until they got independence, right? But anyway, all you people getting independence from the empire, what's that all about? Anyway, they've got a tree. They've got a tree, right? Yeah, they've got bloody colonials. They've got a tree, and I'm not swearing when I say it's genuinely called the bastard tree, because it's got little black spines all over the trunk. So when you try to negotiate through the jungle and you grab hold of it to help you get through, the first word that comes out of your mouth is bastard. You get stabbed in the hand with it. So it's called the bastard tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nasty piece of work. That was bloody trees attacking you in the jungle. What's that all about?
All right, Bravo Mike had a question actually right there. You guys
Yeah.
were answered. The first holidays in World of Tanks, am I better buy a big group of boxes rather than small lots? It will depend on what the mechanics are. As a general rule, the bigger ones are better. And I think that's the answer that everyone gave you.
Yeah, I think Blues came in with it for the gold alone. To be honest, if you're getting big boxes just for the gold alone, generally it's worth it.
In the past, they've sold 75 boxes for $100. Is that right? I believe the
Something like that,
largest package was 75 boxes. In the past, again, this is in the past, there were 4 sets of boxes, and there's a lot to it. You get ornaments and you decorate stuff in your garage, and if you decorate enough, you get more bonuses in the game, other goodies along the way. There's crew members, and so it depends on how they build it, but it's been a general similar theme in the past. But as far as your specific question, it is better to buy bulk because you will get a better price for the 75 box package.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Again,
You're almost guaranteed getting more than what you've spent.
you're absolutely at 75. You are absolutely guaranteed
Yeah.
to get more than you spent.
Yeah.
Not because Wargaming says you're guaranteed. It's just the mechanics work out that way every time.
Yeah.
You would have the bad luck you would have to have is highly improbable.
Yeah.
So some people will get a way more than they put in. Some people will get. It's always going to be a good deal though.
Well, I got
That's last year's
as an
info.
example. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is a caveat to that.
Yeah.
I mean, the gift that you give me put enough gold and premium time on my account that I haven't touched it. I only started buying gold about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And my premium time is up at 400 days or something stupid like that.
I mean, Wargaming gave partnered CCs like me 200 boxes, 50 of each collection. Again, is there going to be 4 collections? I don't know. Maybe there's 5, maybe there's 2, maybe they do it completely different. But last year they gave me 200 boxes, and it ended up being 175,000 gold or something.
Yeah.
Reason being, I have nearly every premium, so I'm getting compensation for premiums. So if you have a big account with a lot of premiums, you're going to get a bunch of gold. If you don't have a big account, you're going to get a considerable number of premiums and some good gold.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Major
So
payment.
we'll see how it pans out because, as you said, it could be for. I think they'll probably keep the thing the same as they have done the last few years. There'll be 4 different.
I would be surprised if it was
That's-
significantly changed. There may be some small details. It has morphed over the years, and they've changed it around a little bit, but
Yeah.
there is zero info on that as far as I'm aware of right now.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
All right. I don't see any other questions, so we're going to wrap this thing up. I will go ahead and put this on the YouTube channel for everybody who is not here. But I definitely appreciate everybody come by. We got a sub from Fetcher. Matolus followed me. Bonzi resubscribed. That might have been yesterday. I don't remember. But much appreciated. Thanks for coming by, guys. That's all I've got. I'm signing out from the left side of the Atlantic.
And it's Pilgrim signing off from the crack side of the Atlantic.
See ya.